monkey for a ride in the air. The monkey thought that everything was on the square. The buzzer tried to throw the monkey off of his back. The monkey grabbed his neck and said, now listen, Jack. Straighten up and fly right. Straighten up and fly
WCCO
right.
Radio, welcome to Center Stage. This is Dan Geiger in for Geraldine Steele here tonight, and that's the sound of Maurice Jacox and Bob Pontious on piano from a tribute show to Nat King Cole that they have cooked up, and we're going to have these gentlemen in studio later on in this program, so please stay tuned. You'll hear some more great music and conversation about that topic. All right, we've got lots to do and lots to squeeze in here in this hour.
Well, bless my soul, what's wrong with me? I'm itching like a man on a fuzzy tree.
All Shook Up
say
opens Tuesday evening at the Orpheum. The musical features the music of Elvis Presley, and one of the stars is Susan Anton, who talked to WCCO about the show.
A lot of times what they've termed a lot of these shows now, they call them jukebox musicals, and I think that sometimes that kind of gets a bad rap because it makes you think that maybe there's not much of a story. And in our case, even though the songs existed long before the story, they're integrated so well that you would almost think that they were written at the same time. Joe DiPietro, who wrote the story, did a great job, and he loosely based it on Shakespeare's Twelfth Night, which is all about mistaken identity and, opening up your heart and finding love. And so I think that that Elvis would be happy to see his songs being used with us for such a positive message.
Join Hennepin Theatre Trust for a return to Kids Night on Broadway. It promises to be a night of food, fun, and free tickets. That is for this Wednesday's May 9th performance of All Shook Up at the Orpheum Theatre. Kids Night on Broadway. Patrons and their kids can enjoy kid-friendly menus at downtown restaurants like Palomino and Bellanote. Free tickets for children with the purchase of an adult ticket, and show souvenirs especially for the kids. The show All Shook Up runs the 8th through the 13th at the Orpheum Theatre. And just found out this week that Mamma Mia will be coming back. We talked about that earlier. That will be back for an engagement here at the Hennepin Theatre District, I believe at the Orpheum again, June 5th through the 16th, presented by the Hennepin Theatre Trust.
If you ever plan to motor west, take my way, take the highway, that's the best. Get your kicks on Route 66. Well, it winds from Chicago to L.A. More than 2,000 miles all the way.
830 WCCO Radio.
Kicks on Route
That's the sound of Maurice Jacox and can I say Bob Pontious on the keyboards there?
Go ahead.
Oh, get your mic on there. Okay. All right. Up to that microphone. You guys are in a band. You know about microphones. Come on. Bob and Maurice are members of Soul Tight Committee, and they're also working on this tribute to Nat King Cole show, and we're going to talk a little bit about that. How's the band going, first of all?
Well, the band's doing well. We're enjoying ourselves, playing a lot, getting more dates, planning a pretty good summer, actually.
How long has the Soul Tight Committee been around?
1991.
Wow.
And the band's been together since 91, the core of the band, and we did our first gig Valentine's Day 92.
That's amazing. And you're playing the songs now from that era that actually you probably played when they were new.
Well, no, not really, but the way the band was put together was Tom Cook and a guy named Michael Mann were the originators of the band, and they put together the band to pay homage to that form of music, and they felt no one was playing that kind of music live, and I kind of liked that idea. And so they put together a band that was going to perform 3 times a year. That was it, 3 times a year, because we all had other things we were doing. And so for about the first 3 or 4 years, that's what we did, 3 times a year. And finally, we're not totally stupid. After about 3 years, we finally figured out that, let's see, rehearsing for 3 weeks to do one night wasn't quite working out.
You do the math there, and well, eventually other people probably, and it's a large band too.
Yeah.
So they get hungry and say, hey, could we work a little bit more?
Everybody else actually was supposed to be a hobby band. And everybody else had a band that they were in.
Oh, I see.
Yeah. Everybody in the band had a principal band that they were working in. And so we were just doing this kind of as a hoot once in a while, and 3 times a year was fun. But 3 weeks of work to do one night,
right?
No matter how much you got paid, it wasn't enough.
Right. We're talking about Soul Tight Committee.
Right.
Now, tell everybody, well, everybody's seen the band. I mean, you guys
Not
are...
everybody.
Well,
We'd like to think.
I have to say.
We'd like to think.
You take City Pages, open it up, and you guys are playing just about everywhere when
hopefully.
You look there. Give an example of your set list, what you hear and dance to when you come out to your...
A lot of the things that we play are classic R&B tunes, like from the 60s and 70s. So we'll do, songs like Backstabbers, Show and Tell...
I know you do some Earth,
Good
Wind, and
Times,
Fire.
couple Earth, Wind, and Fire tunes. We do some things even older than that.
There's some
from the 60s.
Band in there.
That's tossed in there. The Stylistics, things like that.
Yeah.
So
it's great. And now Bob is here. He's the keyboard player of the band. And,
yes,
and now you guys are working on something on your own here. Tell us a little bit about the Nat King Cole show, how that came about.
Sure, that's a show called Straighten Up and Fly Right, an unforgettable tribute to Nat King Cole. We decided to put this together about a year and a half ago, and I had actually studied some of his arrangements a long time ago, and just started getting very fascinated with the music and the arrangements. And thought, hey, why not get this music out in front of people again, and try to, as closely as we can, to try to capture the original intent of the original recording. So if he did a Nat King Cole trio piece, we'd try to present it that way.
Uh-huh. Yeah. I was fortunate enough to see your show when you were in Anoka last, I guess, winter. Already, or was that last fall?
October?
That was a while back.
October, yeah. I think it was.
Yeah.
It was in August.
That one was August.
And I got to tell you, it was almost like being at a Nat King Cole concert in a way. I came out of there thinking, I knew Mona Lisa, and I was trying to think of other Nat King Cole songs, Ramblin' Rose, I remember that, but you do hit after hit after hit, and I think, I forgot he sang that song. I forgot he sang Nature Boy. I forgot he sang Straighten Up and Fly Right, Route 66, all these songs. It's amazing.
Wrote Straighten Up and Fly Right, wrote Route 66.
Oh, see, now I didn't know that.
Most people didn't know that.
Wow.
And most people also didn't know that before he started singing, which was the first recording, Sweet Lorraine, in 1937, he was one of the best pianists of his generation. And when he was 16 years old, he was in a battle of the bands with Earl Father Hines at the Savoy Ballroom in Chicago, fought him to a draw. One of the best piano players ever in the country, and fought him to a draw when he was 16 years old.
And then, so how did he become a singer? How did that happen?
Well, there's all kinds of stories about that. I guess the popular myth is that he kept getting harassed in this nightclub where he was playing by a slightly tipsy woman who finally persuaded him to sing this song. And I think she tipped him or some such thing like that. But Sweet Lorraine was a tune that he had always admired, going way back. So that was the one that he decided to do.
Oh, it's a great show. Now, you're working on different venues to present this. I think you were out at the Medina here recently.
Right.
Where can we see the show? What are you working on? Anything in the works?
We'd like to have it here in town, but actually the most interest has been in other places. Talking to the Chickasaw Nation in Oklahoma, which owns 18 casinos. And it's a show that's really suited well for casinos and for theaters, because that would be kind of where the money's at.
Yeah, really. Well, good luck. I hope you get it
Thank you.
somewhere in town here, and we'll look forward to seeing that. And, of course, Soul Tide Committee, where's your next gig quickly here?
Bob, quick.
Quick.
Okay, that's going to be Saturday night, and I've got it right here. Let me just see here.
I don't want to put any pressure on you, but you have 10 seconds.
Okay.
9.
Here we go.
8.
PD Pappy's over in Still.
Okay, great.
Thank you, Bob.
Thank you, gentlemen, for stopping in.
Thanks
I
for having
appreciate
us.
your time here on Center Stage on
Thank you so much.
CCO.